Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, and it's actually morning for once. I usually record around 10, or rather 11:35, 11:45. It's about an hour earlier today, because I'm coming in early for overtime. Hooray! Yes. Um, yeah, it snowed on my way down to work, which was actually kind of cool, because I got to see traffic slow down really organically. And I also saw the wonderful, beautiful snow drifts that were on the road, and I got to see how wind interacts, and not wind so much as air coming off the vehicles. Basically, the bow shocks from trucks and such, especially. So I promised you all a review of Divergent. Sorry, I couldn't get the word dauntless out of my head. So, yeah, Divergent is a young adult fantasy novel, sci-fi novel technically, set somewhat far future on Earth. So there's no aliens or crazy stuff like that. We've got a little more technology, but it's somewhat dystopian. We can tell that there was a large war at some point. We get inklings of past rebellions, but nothing current. And we learn of a faction system, which was designed to help prevent people from being bad, basically. The founders of this system decided that it wasn't like weapons or power that made people bad. It was people that made people bad. Just being people. So they split into 5 groups because each group decided that it was some different aspect of humanity that made people bad. The abnegation decided that it was selfishness that made people bad, and so their entire culture is based around not being selfish, being selfless. The Amity decided also that it was wanting, so they made sure that everyone had enough. The Candor decided that it was lies in people's hearts and in their minds that made people be bad, so they set up a culture where no one lies ever. Dauntless decided fear was what made people bad, so they do everything to be brave. And the Erudite decided that lack of knowledge, not stupidity, but actual ignorance, was what made people bad. And so they have a culture dedicated to increasing knowledge. And so these 5 factions are the basis for the city where we meet our main character, Beatrice. This is already long story, so long story a little shorter. We follow her through choosing day, where she learns that she is divergent. She doesn't match exactly one of those factions. She matches somewhat 3 of them. Her choices past that really kind of outline who she is as a person, and, well, if you liked Hunger Games, there's a lot of action. If you didn't like Hunger Games because it was kids killing each other, it doesn't focus anywhere near as much on people being horrible to each other when they're kids. Everyone's kind of treated as an adult in this universe, world, I guess. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It's young adult, so even though the books are 500 pages each, the text is rather large and wide-spaced, so they're pretty quick to read through. I'll put it this way, they're faster than Harry Potter and a little slower than Hunger Games because of sheer size. But I liked them. They were entertaining. The first book, well, all of the books end on a slight cliffhanger except for the 3rd one. And it's just a very entertaining read. I definitely recommend it to anyone who can stand coming of age stories. There's a little bit of main character getting intimate with someone, but it doesn't go into much detail. It's just kind of the mushy romantic stuff, which is good. So overall, as long as you're not offended by people being people, you will probably like the book or the series. There is a movie coming out in March, I believe, maybe May, and it's of the first book. I have high hopes for it. It looks like they cast it well, and the book itself doesn't have too much in the way of internal monologuing, so I think it'll translate well to film, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's the review. Enjoy your day. I'm going to head into work, and I kind of hope it snows more, but doesn't stick too much because I have to drive. Alright, talk to you later.